Hello dear students, here as you can see the diagram of vernier calipers mentioned with its parts. So here we are going to deal with the functions of these parts. First of all, let me discuss about the jaw. The vernier caliper is having two set of jaws. First one, outside jaw. Mostly we are going to use that jaw for measuring the outer diameter of object. This is the original view of a vernier calipers. Now, inner or inside jaws we used to call them, or sometimes we call the ears of the vernier caliper, which is used to measure the inside or inner diameter of an object. Vernier scale is having, as I have told you, two main set of jaws, fixed jaw and one is movable jaw. So movable jaw, we can move it with the help of the screw, and that fixed jaw which is connected with the main scale. That main scale is the common scale that you are using. Its list count is 1 mm. To fix any object between the jaws, we used to move the movable jaw with the help of screw. And here at the end, T, that is the tail, which comes out when we move the vernier scale. Tail is used for measuring the depth of a cylinder. The least count of the vernier scale is 0.1 mm. The vernier scale is having 10 divisions on it, which divides the value of 1 or the least value main scale in 10 equal parts. Or vernier caliper altogether gives the value of 0.1 mm accurate value. So first of all, when we are going to use vernier caliper, we must know least count of vernier calipers. So for that, we are having a formula, that is the ratio between the value of one main scale division upon total number of divisions on the vernier scale. So most commonly we are going to have one more formula, which is the value of one main scale division minus the value of one vernier scale division. It is also called vernier constant. Let's see how to take the reading of vernier calipers. Here we are having the formula main scale reading plus vernier scale division multiplied by least count and subtract error with the proper sign. So here we are having another diagram how to take main scale reading. Now see, as you can see, the 0 of the vernier scale coinciding with the main scale will give you the value. Now vernier scale division, which is considered with any division of main scale. Let's see here another diagram which shows both main scale division and vernier scale division. Main scale you can see and the vernier scale division. Now zero error in vernier caliper. If the 0 of the main scale and the 0 of vernier scale do not coincide each other, then there is error. Make sure that both the jaws J1 and J2 are coincided while looking for the error. Now two possibilities of error if the zeros are not coincided. First, positive zero error, and second one, negative zero error. In this diagram, you can see the zero of the vernier scale is to the right side of the zero of main scale. So this error is considered as positive zero error. And how we have to rectify this error? For this, you have to follow a procedure in which you have to see the coincided value of the vernier division. According to this diagram, you can see the sixth division of vernier scale is coinciding with the main scale. So the error will be equal to the sixth division of vernier scale. You have to multiply it by the least count, that is 0.1 mm. So the vernier scale, the positive zero error will be equals to 0.6 mm. This is the way to correct the reading with an error. How to remove the positive error now you know very well. For that, first you have to calculate the main scale division, then VSD reading also you have to take, that is vernier scale division. So positive error is easy to remove from the reading that you have calculated with error. Only just you have to count from the vernier scales 0 and the coincided value. One important point is there, whenever you are taking the reading, either you should take the reading or main scale reading in mm, and the least count will also be in mm. But if you are taking the length in or the ms reading in centimeters, so better you take the least count as in centimeters. Just take care of that. Now the second case, that is for negative zero error. As you can see in this diagram, there is a difference that the zero of the vernier scale is lying to the left side of the zero of main scale. Similarly, we have to look for the coinciding division of vernier scale. In this case, again 6 is the division which is coinciding with the main scale. So again 6 we will not take. In this case, the coinciding value we have to calculate it by 10 minus 6, that will be equals to 4. So it is different from the positive error. You have to remember this. Now you have understood through this video how to use a vernier calipers and how to remove the error if any the vernier caliper is having. Now next instrument is screw gauge, which works on the principle of screw. It is used to measure the diameter of a thin wire and the thickness of paper. Even we can calculate with the help of screw gauge. Here we are having the diagram of the screw gauge, which is having labeled with its parts. So let's talk about the functions of its parts. First, ratchet. Ratchet is used to advance the screw by turning it till the object is gently held between the stud and spindle of the screw. Second part, sleeve. To mark main scale and baseline. Thimble to mark circular scale. Main scale to read the length correct up to 1 mm. Circular scale helps to read length correct up to 0.01 mm. In the diagram, you can see the pitch is mentioned with the screw. So pitch is the distance between two consecutive threads of the screw. Pitch of the screw gauge can also be obtained by one complete rotation of a circular scale. The linear distance moved by the screw on the main scale will give you the value of the pitch. Now, list count of a screw gauge. There is LC is equals to pitch upon total number of circular scale divisions. Now, how to take reading through screw gauge? Here we are having the formula for reading MSR, that is main scale reading plus circular scale division multiplied by least count minus error with proper sign. Main scale reading, that is MSR, we can get the reading from the sleeve as you have seen in the diagram. Circular scale division can be measured by the coincided value of circular scale with the baseline, that will give you CSD. Here now, zero error in screw gauge. When the zero of the circular scale division is not coinciding with the baseline, then there is error in the screw gauge. Or when we have to check it, the stud and the spindle are in contact. When the zero is below the baseline, positive error. The positive error can be removed as we have done in vernier scale. Similarly, we have to subtract the positive zero error from the screw gauge reading. Here you can see the formula. And when the zero is above the baseline, negative zero error will be there. As same as the vernier scale, we have to add the error after calculation of the negative zero error. In this case also, what we have to do, just remember this point. You have to check that the zero is how much or how many divisions it is above the baseline.